What is up, ladies and gentlemen? John MaClain here. It's a beautiful day out in the field. Check this out. Beautiful view. Touching some grass. What are you doing? Watching my show? That's awesome. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, and comment.
You guys hear that they just found this pile of sticks? You might be wondering what makes this pile of sticks so special, and that is because sticks are not normally this old. This is the remains of an ancient hunting kit. An archaeologist discovered it in the San Esteban rock shelter in Texas, and it is estimated to be 6,000 years old. See, most artifacts of this age are all made of stone, because more delicate natural materials like wood and animal hide all decompose. So while finding projectile points is obviously fascinating, finding natural materials like this is actually much more rare and can tell us a lot more. These items can all be accurately radiocarbon dated, and chemical analysis can tell us a lot about the ancient environment that this hunter once lived in. Amazingly, the scene that these things were discovered in was so well preserved that we almost know exactly how they got there. Right near where these were discovered, there was a small fire and ancient human waste. Many of these darts and hunting instruments were broken, which means that an ancient hunter once used this cave to take 5, go to the bathroom, and get rid of all of his broken tools. After he left, his little campsite would go untouched for 6,000 years.
Some chalcedony limb cast. Used to be a limb, tree bark, something like that. So this is coprolite. I think that's how you say it. It's dino poo.
Big news, guys. Turns out there's actually something interesting in Ohio. Here it is. It's this circle. It's a great big circle. A circle so great, in fact, that it's been dubbed the Great Circle. To give you an idea of how great it truly is, it could fit 4 American football fields inside it. I don't know what that is in metric, and frankly, I don't care. The Great Circle is an earthwork, and was once part of a gigantic ceremonial complex. This site is located in what is today Newark, Ohio, and it once covered 4 square miles. This site dates back more than 2,000 years and was constructed by the Hopewell culture, a paleo-indigenous culture that built this as a massive pilgrimage center. Today, the only parts of it that remain are the Great Circle and the Circle and Octagon, with huge portions of this site lost during the development to the city of Newark. But look at how big this thing was. I had the opportunity to work with none other than the Dr. Brad Lepper on site at the Great Circle Earthworks to make an entire documentary about it. So come join me in learning more about this spectacular site. YouTube channel Mini Minuteman premieres tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 300-million-year-old screw or crinoid fossil? A lot of conspiracy theories hide behind this phrasing, and I'm going to show you why it's bullshit. First, for anyone wondering, this is unquestionably a crinoid fossil. This is a crinoid, weird, freaky little guy. Here's some other examples of what their stems look like when they fossilize. This particular one was recovered from the Kaluga region of Russia, which has also yielded other marine fossils like this. But hey, they're not saying that this is a 300-million-year-old screw. They're just asking questions. And that's the problem. This isn't a question. You know exactly what this is, but they phrase it as if it could go either way. Even though the truth is technically in there, this only serves to peddle misinformation by using real information as a Trojan horse. This is done by these accounts for sort of plausible deniability. When called out on it, they can say, hey, this has just baffled researchers for years. We're just asking questions. When that is literally just not true. Now believe me, I am all for asking questions. But this isn't a question. It's just another sneaky way of peddling misinformation.
Some more.
Oh, hey, if you been having bad breath at the set, that okay. You just needing toothbrush. Mine toothbrush is the best way to be clean your ass. You need to be scrubbing down the brown before going to Pound Town. Toothbrush. Toothbrush your ass before you get a wax. Toothbrush. Say no way to bidet. Only toothbrush know what it means to being clean. Toothbrush. Turn your crack into a snap.
I ain't got a good brain.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
You make my eyes rain.
Now, isn't that neat? Look, there's a tornado finna sweep down and blow everything to hell. And I'm right here to to see it firsthand, and hopefully I don't get to blow into hell either, and then my shirt's coming up, my titties are flapping. You never know with 100+ mile winds. Woo!
Petrified wood.
Can I get 2 McDoubles, no pickle, no onion?
No, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
You fried, gay.
Yes.
Imagine this, you're at a base and you're doing security detail, right? And nothing has happened for a while. Next thing you know, you get reports of a downed craft in a forest. You guys are assigned to go out there to check what's going on. You guys make it to the forest. You see lights in the clearing, right? The atmosphere feels kind of thick, right? You guys are going and investigating, and suddenly, like, the animals in the area are seemingly quiet. You guys going closer, and you make it to a clearing, and you see a metallic triangular craft in the clearing. You guys approach the craft. No one says anything. Just looking at this odd thing in the middle of the forest, right? And then you decide you're going to touch the craft. Something's pushing you towards touching the craft. One of your buddies are trying to tell you something, but you can't hear them because you're hearing your heart rate. You touch it. Next thing you know, you get a stream of messages and images in your head, and digital binary symbols going across your mind. You don't quite know what it is. And then suddenly everything goes blurry. You wake up, you're on the floor, your partner grabs you. He's kind of like, doesn't quite know what's going on. Suddenly the craft takes off into the sky. Just as fast as it shows up. You guys leave the area. You brief the sergeant, trying to fill them in the details. They seemingly already know what it is. They tell you, don't worry about the report. Don't worry about anything. Just keep it behind. Soon after that, you're having dreams. You can't go to sleep. You're having visions of binary code keeping you up at night. So you stay up at night and you write all the binary code that you see. You draw all the images that you see that has been plaguing your mind, like it's telling you to write it out. And you continue to write it out, and you finally get all the information out, images and binary code that seemingly no one quite knows what it is, right? And that finally comes out. Much later you find out that the messages was that they were trying to inform you that they're here to know about your kind, your information, your life, about the human race, the human species, and then that they're trying to make contact. This first-hand account is inspired by the combined real-life testimony of Sergeant Jim Pinson, who claimed direct contact with the object, later revealed receiving binary data, and Airman First Class John Burham, who also witnessed the lights and experienced lasting health effects after the encounter. Rendlesham Forest incident remains the most compelling and officially acknowledged UFO case in modern history.
Ooh, that's a little creepy. This is called Man Mound. I bet you'll never guess why. Located in Wisconsin, this earthwork dates back around 1,000 years and is what is known as an effigy mound. Most effigy mounds constructed by American indigenous people during the woodland period depict animals, like this one, which shows a little procession of bears. How sweet. Or this one, which is probably the most famous, Serpent Mound, which depicts, you don't need me to explain this to you. But what makes this one so unique is that it depicts a person. There were once tens of thousands of effigy mounds across the country, almost all of which were completely destroyed. And this is the only one remaining that depicts a person. And it only still exists today because in the early 1900s, a group of people got together to protect it. Not until after a road went through the legs, unfortunately. But what this figure actually is has been the subject of a lot of debate. The unusual shape of the head is probably the most notable part, which some people believe is either horns or a headdress and could depict ceremonial regalia. Until more research is done, it remains one of the most unusual and mysterious effigy mounds. If this topic interests you, check out my recent video on the Great Circle Earthworks.
I just finished watching episode 2 on Skywatchers. All that daily, collected and get in a peer review at one point. Now that's above any other research of this phenomenon that we have categorized. Even though people are complaining about the eye candy per se of the 9 identified spacecraft or craft that has been shown with different characteristics and what they do, I think we really need to firm on the part that this hasn't been done yet, as far as getting the research and the data together and get it into a peer-reviewed study by a scientist of other scientists and other calibers, which will definitely help this phenomenon grow as a serious characteristic of the sky. And hopefully from there we can go and push forward towards Congress this is legitimate. You know what I'm saying? Here's a talk from their scientists.
Is a scientific process is because it works and it's replicable, and it's a standard upon which all science is accomplished. So by doing and using those kinds of approaches here at Skywatcher, we're going to be able to collect the data, get it peer reviewed, not because the peer review tells you that the conclusion is right, but because that allows others to look at what it is that you did and determine whether or not you did it right. So that hasn't been done anywhere yet. It's been done in bits and pieces here or there, but this is now a comprehensive framework for accomplishing the goal.
That being said, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is a good step forward?
Coprolite, dinosaur poo, 60 million year old shark teeth. I have some stingray teeth. Those are pretty cool. Canyon Diablo meteorites. Libyan desert glass.
This was actually played on the news in Vietnam. Now, I don't know the year this was taken. I know it was taken in Vietnam. I'm not too sure if they knew it was there or if it just accidentally showed up on the footage. But it looks like they were getting a shot of the thunderstorm whenever this UFO appeared.
Did you guys hear that they found this under the pyramids? Because I can tell you confidently they absolutely did not find this under the pyramids. I'm sure y'all have also seen a bunch of these conspiracy accounts posting images like this, claiming that they just discovered these 8 2-kilometer long structures hidden underneath the pyramids. But you know what you might not have seen? The actual data that they got. Are you guys ready for this? This is gonna blow your fucking mind. This, and they interpreted it as this. Are you fucking with me? This data was obtained using SAR technology, which is pretty much like doing an ultrasound from high Earth orbit. Then the researchers didn't bother to get anything published and just went straight to a press conference with the public, claiming that they found this. It's so wildly misleading that it's actually kind of hilarious. And I just made a video talking about how stupid this is over on YouTube. YouTube channel Mini Minute Man. Look at that, we just hit 2.5 million as well. That's pretty fucking cool. Come check it out, I'll see you there.
Patty Greer has been interviewed on Coast to Coast, and throughout her research of crop circles, they have determined what the real crop circles are and the fake ones. The real ones have a magnetic property to them, and then that the actual crop itself, when regrown, would yield 30% more nutritional value than the regular crops. Also, they have found out that the yield is about 400% more. A lot of researchers have figured out that these crops with the real crop circles have received slight variations of radiation, determining their growth compulsion to what actually happens. They made a machine to recalibrate to redo this over into a lab, and they would like to push it out into the mainstream of basically crop circle research, which is crazy, right? Now, this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever seen the 1993 Fire in the Sky with Travis Walton that was shocked by a UFO. And that initial shock of the bottom of the aircraft, and then he was taken into the aircraft. Well, they have found out that the trees around that event, that the rings around the tree facing the craft grew 400% faster than the opposite side of that craft, which is very unique. Food for thought, guys.
Isn't that neat? Look, there's a tornado finna sweep down and blow everything to hell. And I'm right here to see it firsthand, and hopefully I don't get to blow into hell either, and then my shirt's coming up, my titties are flapping. You never know with 100+ mile winds. Woo!
Me that when they do open the capsule, they will be greeted by family and friends that each of them has chosen to join them at the entry site. So that is likely what we'll see. So I think some of those folks are probably being transported over there so that they could be there for that moment and to just comfort and hug and love on them as they get out of that capsule and experience the whole array of emotions being back on Earth.
Yes, and you mentioned friends and family. We see Jeff Bezos there at the door of the capsule, there to greet his fiance, Lauren. Second now, we'll be able to see the crew of 6, all 6 women on board this history-making space flight.
Space! Woo! Tamir's in space.
It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, bye. You look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Flynn, can you get out? Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon.
That's amazing. Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my
That's
gosh.
our pink moon.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing.
Something tells me that you're thinking about me when you come around me. Tell me, can you see it clear as day or is it cloudy? Don't mind me, babe, I'm rambling. You're perfect, I can't stand it. Got dreams of leaving Jersey, you can't spend your life in Camden. Got you and me, both. Please do not lower your standards for him, cause he on the sea flow. Just give me your heart, baby, I can.
I love life, I love me. I was put on earth to conquer and to lead. Don't wanna fight, yeah, I agree. So why don't we just smell the flowers in the breeze?